Hi, I'm Tony Fleming, and this is Fleming's Ultimate Garage. Hey everybody, thanks for joining us for today's video. 05 Jag XKR, the Black Cat. You know, the Black Cat's also a hip nightclub downtown DC, not too far from here, but this is also the Black Cat here. XKR supercharged factory convertible with the quick way to know is with the hood vents right here. You got the mesh grille right here, and you know right away that this is a little bit different than your typical Jaguar, which is different than every other car ever built anyway, because these are very, very sexy. They're very powerful, they're safe, they're luxurious. You know, the British really know how to engineer in some great beauty and lines and things like that. Look at Bentley, Rolls-Royce, Jaguar. I mean, none of those cars, whether it's a sedan, coupe, or convertible, are ugly vehicles. This is no exception. Anyway, this one here, 05, come on up and let's take a peek at the quality of the paint. Jaguar really put some effort into this. All we did was detail the car, and it came out really nice. And look how crystal clear that is. You can really see it. So some of the telltale signs too, come on over here and you can come check this out. Giant brakes. You know, the standard wheel on these is this right here. There's a couple different options you can get on them, but in this case here, they're 18-inch wheels, and they're 18-inch wheels because they have to be. The rotors are so big and the calipers are so big, especially on the R models, that anything smaller than 18, the wheel wouldn't actually fit over the brake caliper. So you start with 18s, you can go up to 20s, which the factory offered as an option too. So as you look around, you can see those are the kind of the telltale signs you're getting a little different Jag, a little different cat. Let's take a peek under the hood for a minute. You know, these are your typical Jaguar V8, but it's also supercharged. And the interesting thing about these superchargers is they typically get 100,000 miles out of them. The likelihood of something like that going bad is pretty small, and on top of it, the engine's been around for a really long time. It's got the 6-speed automatic they've had for a long time. It's got an independent rear with limited slip. So this car not only has performance starting at the front, but is able to get it down to the ground too by having the right transmission and rear end combination. Nicely insulated under here, the vents to get the nice cold air inside, but to get heat out. Okay, everything fits well. It's nice too because all the stickers are still in place without the evidence of it being in an accident. And those are the kinds of things you should be looking for. It has a clean Carfax on it, and everything under the hood is really nice and clear still. Like somebody has taken care of this car. They detailed the engine compartment more than the time that we just did it. Otherwise, you couldn't get all these parts to look that nice. Somebody's been taking care of this car a lot, so I don't know, just seemed to be somebody's baby, especially with low mileage like this. Actually, believe it or not, they come with a trunk and they have great style. You also get the spoiler here and the front air dam, which we talked about. The 4.2 call out, so you get the bigger engine. Talk about 390 horsepower. These typically make, you know, 400 horsepower plus they have some upgrades like an exhaust and a supercharger pulley that brings you up to 440 horsepower. So that's a little bit there. And plus with a little exhaust work, we take out 2 of the mufflers. You still have 2 left and the catalytic converter. This thing sounds great. In here, here's the trunk. Nice too, because you have some books, okay, with the radio codes, all that kind of good stuff right here. Here's for the nav, here's for a CD changer. That's all right there. And right here, spare tires, never been on the ground. This is something that a lot of people don't know. They go, well, why is this thing painted bright red and why is it so ugly? I'll tell you why. It's so that you won't leave it on the car. That's the only reason they do that, is so that you know that, that you need to get that thing off as soon as possible and get the right tire, because these are not designed to drive really far or really high speeds. They're just designed to get you somewhere, because if you tried to put that massive tire back here as a full-size spare, there'd be no trunk left at all. So they make them really, really ugly, so you're forced to take some action on them very quickly. Otherwise, people would drive around with them for days and days. Okay, let's take a peek inside for a minute. We'll see a little bit about British luxury. A couple of things too that make these nice is, A, you can carry a couple sets of people. You're not gonna go for a 6-hour ride to the beach, but you can sit somebody back here. Plus being a 4-seater, believe it or not, a lot of times they put seats back here to lower insurance costs because it's now a 4-seater, it's not a sports car because it has 4 seats. Now it is still 400 horsepower through a 6-speed automatic, with great handling and 4-wheel independent suspension, and it is wicked fast, but it's a 4-seater, so it's still considered a luxury car, which is kind of nice. All right, let's check out the interior parts where you would sit, and you'll see why the British somehow
have figured this all out. Okay, check this out. This has got power tilt and telescopic. Okay, and it also has a feature too called an easy exit feature. So you can kind of program this to make it so that when you turn the key off, the steering wheel goes in and goes all the way up. Look at all the wood in here. An entire forest has been preserved here to carry on for years and years. And it's all hand done, and it's really, really nice. This is awesome. I love this chrome piece here. The top is power. This car happens to have navigation, which is nice. That's a clock there, obviously. Menu, enter, there you go there. This is for Bluetooth, the Parrot system here. So you have Bluetooth in the car and it's running it through this system right here. Front and rear fog lights. Rear fog lights are for, bad weather. Instead of leaving your flashers on, you just push this button right here. And it turns on the center brake light in the back so people can see you. Heated seats, full climate control, everything you possibly want. Radio controls here, 170 mile-an-hour speedometer, 7,500 RPM tach. This car was designed to roll. This is kind of nice too because it already has the microphone in here for your Bluetooth. It's kind of built in so you don't have to use that anymore. Here's a sport mode for the transmission. And this is the anti-slip control. And what it does is keeps the wheels from overwhelming the car. If you were at a place where you needed a little bit of wheel slippage, you would push that and disengage it. Like I said, it's a little bit quiet. I'm gonna rev it for you real quick so you can hear it. And we can always adjust that sound for you by taking out a set of mufflers or putting on a polished exhaust. Okay? Check it out and hear what you think. This is not one of those cars I need to spend an enormous amount of time talking. It's got great paint, the interior is very nice, it's got low mileage, it's powerful. It's, when a new one's of the XKRs have crested the $100,000 mark now, and this car's priced in the $20,000 range, it's under $30,000. It's amazing buy on these things, and that's the only way to buy a car is to buy it like this. If you can find a way to fit this in your life, Alpine audio, heated disc, keyless entry, power, whatever, do it, man, because it doesn't happen for everybody all the time, and this is a nice find. Anyway, call us 301-816-1000. We'll tell you all about this 05 XKR convertible.